Stop saying yes to everything. It's scientifically destroying you. What if I told you that the one word you use most often to be polite, to be helpful, to be liked, is actually the biggest saboteur of your dreams? That saying yes when you mean no is a slow-motion act of self-betrayal. Stick around because the science behind this is shocking. And the last reason why you can't stop? It'll change everything. This is for anyone who feels overwhelmed, stretched too thin, or like they're constantly putting out fires for everyone else while their own goals gather dust. You're here because you suspect something's off, right? You want more for yourself, but the yes habit is holding you hostage. Today, we're diving into the science of self-betrayal and how to break free. First up, the nice guy or nice gal trap. We're conditioned from childhood to be agreeable, be helpful, don't cause trouble. And for a while, this works. People like you. You build a reputation. But here's the thing. This niceness becomes a mask. You start saying yes, not because you want to, but because you're afraid of disappointing others, of being seen as difficult, or worse, of not being liked anymore. That's not kindness. That's fear masquerading as virtue. And it's exhausting. Think about it. Every yes to someone else's request is a no to something you need to do. A no to your own priorities, your own rest, your own ambitions. You're chipping away at your own life bit by bit for the fleeting approval of others. Sound familiar? Now, here's where it gets scientifically interesting. Our brains are wired for reward. When you say yes and help someone, especially if they express gratitude, you get a little hit of dopamine. It feels good. It reinforces the behavior. But this is a short-term fix, like junk food for your self-esteem. It makes you feel good in the moment, but it's not sustainable. And it trains your brain to seek external validation rather than internal satisfaction. You become addicted to being needed, even if it drains you. This cycle is dangerous because it hijacks your motivation. You're not motivated by your own goals anymore. You're motivated by avoiding the discomfort of saying no and chasing that tiny dopamine hit. We'll talk about how to rewire that in a sec. But first, this is the core of self-betrayal. Every time you say yes when you desperately want to say no, you break a promise to yourself. You tell yourself, my needs don't matter as much as theirs. Over time, this erodes your self-trust. You stop believing you can actually follow through on your own commitments because you've consistently prioritized others. And the kicker? This lack of self-trust bleeds into everything. Your career, your relationships, your personal goals. You start to feel like an imposter, like you can't really achieve anything because deep down, you don't even trust yourself to show up for your own life. Ouch. But it doesn't have to be this way. So, how do we stop this cycle? It starts with the strategic no. This isn't about being rude or unhelpful. It's about being intentional. Practice saying things like, thank you for thinking of me, but I can't commit to that right now. Or, that sounds interesting, but my plate is full at the moment. It feels scary at first, I know. Polite, but notice the tone, firm and respectful. You're not over-explaining or making excuses. You're simply stating a boundary. And here's a pro tip. Delay your yes. If you feel pressured, say, let me check my calendar and get back to you. This gives you breathing room to actually assess if you want to say yes, not just if you feel obligated. Honestly, mastering the no is one of the most powerful forms of self-care and self-respect. If this is resonating with you, I want you to do one thing. Drop your biggest challenge with saying no in the comments below. Let's share our struggles and support each other. Because learning to say no frees you up to say a more powerful, intentional yes to the things that truly matter. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful,